What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to more Elder Scrolls Online. So we're continuing on episode 13, I believe. We're gonna go do the public dungeon today. We actually have one more, and then after that, it's all the side stories and point of interests. So yeah, let's go do the public dungeon today. I heard it was pretty interesting, so I want to get that done. Let me go eat food real quick. I think I discovered the area, but I haven't done the quest or anything, so we're gonna figure that out today. Hello?
It's hard to imagine, but that Abbey was once a thriving bazaar, bustling with commerce and teeming with people. Nothing left but rot and overgrowth, and an abundance of dangerous beasts. Well, there is one thing that I hope remains from that time. The Golden Anvil that once graced Zenithar's Abbey when it was still a place of wealth and commerce. It is a holy relic that was stolen and hidden away by avarice. I hope to learn its true whereabouts for the resolutes of Zenithar, my order. I did not expect quite so many deadly creatures nesting in the Abbey when I set out. Otherwise, I would have enlisted fighters before departing. Priests of Zenithar are not known for their might, but we have deep pockets. Are you for hire? The Golden Anvil was hidden away by the bazaar's arbitrator, Gavos Duar. We should search the Abbey and learn all we can from Gavos' fall. It may lead us to the Anvil's ultimate resting place. The Golden Anvil was said to have once been unremarkable iron, worked tirelessly by a pious smith to build a simple trading post. Zenithar transformed the anvil to gold, blessed with divine prosperity for that honest labor. And the Abbey was born. Most likely, it's well known that Gavos hid the anvil away before he was overthrown, but nothing seemed to indicate that it was removed from the Abbey. With Zenithar's grace and some hard work, perhaps we'll have better luck finding it. As I've said, the Abbey was once a great bazaar, but that alone didn't make it special. Here, people of all kinds exchanged not just objects, but ideas, pieces of their culture. They saw the foreign as something to be valued. Sadly, it didn't last. Those who valued coin more than commerce infested it, until their greed utterly corrupted Zenithar's Abbey. Gavos Duar and his ilk destroyed this wonderful place with their avarice. Not even the anvil was enough for him, it seems. As arbitrator of the bazaar, he was responsible for the peacekeeping forces. Gavos and his soldiers were the only ones permitted to be armed, in the interest of preventing violent disputes. It didn't take long for him to abuse that power. The rumors claimed that he used his office to enrich himself and drove this place to ruin through tax, tariff, and embezzlement. Gavos was overthrown eventually, but the anvil was never recovered, and neither was the prosperity it provided. You are not familiar with the resolutes of Zenithar? We are keepers of the resolutions, the temples of the divine provider. We offer succor and instruction to those who provide honest labor or wealth. Those who follow our teachings prosper. The foundations of civilization and prosperity, labor, commerce, and exchange. Zenithar smiles upon those who work for themselves and others. Through fair and honest trade, we better the world. The teachings show how best to conduct business.
Alrighty. He looks pretty nice.
So much rot and squalor. Will any record of the history of this abbey and its fall into ruin remain clouded in mystery? All I know for certain is that the Golden Anvil was never recovered. We should search for surviving records from Gavos' time. Some trail to follow, however waterlogged. The bazaar, of course. But this abbey also had a thriving port. And despite its size, if you wish to conduct business in secret, like plot to overthrow a tyrant, you would need to do it somewhere secluded, like the outer grounds. Some of the buildings and stalls seem intact. Let's start there.
Oh my god, this is why sometimes I wish I didn't play Sorcerer, because the pet is actually dumb. I know I could call it back, but it should follow you no matter what. Oh, I could summon a companion. Cannot be used while in combat.
All right.
Gavos
How
must
much
not have
trouble
been
are you in?
popular if even his own soldiers turned on him.
The companion thing is kind of wonky. Like, I like the idea of it. It's cool that we get to travel with the companion. But man, sometimes I think it breaks story quests. And like, if you have one out, the main NPC dude of a story quest will not like talk or follow you. Kind of annoying sometimes, but overall, I think if it's fixed, it's a good idea. I like it. I feel like we're doing two different quests, but it's all good.
Let me see those documents for a moment. These confirm that Arbitrator Gavos hid the anvil, but not where. There was a rebellion led by the trade ministers that even Gavos' guards sided with, and he locked himself in the Abbey's adytum. I think that's very likely. An adytum is a sacred place within a temple. Only the clergy are permitted within. It would have been within the arbitrator's authority to keep it locked and guarded, even from the trade ministers. His personal sanctuary. So it would seem. If the adytum remains sealed, we'll need the 3 sigils mentioned here to open it. They were last in the possession of the Abbey's 3 trade ministers that we know of. We should search their holdings. Many of these bazaars had a directory to allow patrons to find goods and shops. We should see if we can find mention of the 3 trade ministers, Ralos, Quentin, or Esdir. That should give us an idea where each of them did business.
Okay, bro.
The letters mentioned the 3 trade ministers. Now that we have the directory, it should lead us right to their holdings.
Find the sigil
you lead.
keys. Where? Oh, okay. Never mind. Just kidding. Found it.
What? The soldiers were bribed? After all that talk about righteous rebellion, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Gonna pause this real quick. You guys are gonna see an edit. Got asked to run something. So whenever they're ready. Oh, that dude is hard casting frags.
Beck, I hope you're watching.
Trade Minister Esdir trafficked in skooma. No wonder Zenithar abandoned them.
Oh my god. Get off.
Never used to
Aggro.
talk this much until I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
Alright, we're back about an hour and a half later. Did some hard modes with a group of friends. Got some stuff, didn't get the other. But anyway, let's head back. We got... Wait, did we get the third? No. 2 out of 3 sigil keys. Let's just run towards the final one. should be up here.
They're coming for us.
Cool. Now I saw the thing before. It was like a triangle, and we put the keys in there. Yeah, I think that's it.
Kill them to run away. Well, no, I guess
Wrong corner.
maybe I should have joined the buoyant armigers.
I just saw a Minotaur spawn. Is that a boss?
There! That should be the Abbey's adytum. It worked! The adytum is unsealed!
Sweet.
Is that... No. This can't be the Golden Anvil, can it?
It was abandoned to the hardships of time,
Holy, who are you?
as I was. But the anvil's sparkle began to fade well before the Abbey's fall. I should have worked harder.
It can't be. Are you... Kavos Duar? It's been nearly... How are you alive? This is all too much. Talk to
It
God.
seems I've finally paid my penance to Zenithar for letting this glorious place crumble. Oh, so many years alone. But I never gave up. Honest toil. Zenithar provides to those who work. Just as the seal kept out the war that raged between the trade ministers, the cracks let in the rain, and the roach, and the rays of the sun. These were my wages for care of the anvil, and prayer. I barely recognize it myself. Pitted and corroded beyond repair. I did my best to preserve it, not nearly enough. Its glow began to fade as the Abbey became corrupted by avarice, opulence, and depravity. So, I hid it away before anyone took notice. I know I had no defense against their wealth and their poisoned words. The harder I fought to curb their ambitions, the more I became their common enemy. Once I was gone, though, they were free to fight among themselves. They tore this place apart.
I can still feel Zenithar's presence here. However, for what it's worth, I believe Gavos speaks the truth. I can see great care has been taken for this anvil, in spite of the toll of years and the corruption of the Abbey. Zenithar has not fully abandoned this house. Almost. The Golden Anvil hangs on by a thread, thanks to Gavos' care. But it will fade completely if Zenithar's faith in us is not renewed. There is hope, both for the Anvil and, Zen willing, the Abbey. Zenithar is the divine of honest work and just rewards. You have labored tirelessly on the behalf of his faithful. The first pure, unsullied toil this place has seen in ages. Let us dedicate our compact in the name of Zenithar, in his holy house. No, only hard work can return the Anvil and the Abbey to glory. But Zenithar may see that this place is worthy of redemption and renew his blessing upon them. Will you make this offering with me? Blessed Zenithar, I bring you this laborer whose calloused hands do your blessed work. By these hands and this coin, An honest day's work is done in your name. May it be the first of many to come. Trade be. Oh, the anvil! Zen's light shines brightly once more.
Trade be. My work here is finally done. Now, all
Do I have to walk all the way back? Dang, those are players. See if I can respawn at entrance.
Keep your guard up until you've got your footing.
Dang, they made this game easy to the point where, like, you don't even have to play this game. Oh my god, I can't even. Come on. Man, the difficulty for, like, solo stuff, you have to actively try and get yourself killed.
All right, but don't cry for mummy.
Will this send me over here? Ah.
You have been a great boon to the resolutions of Zenithar. I could not have found the Golden Anvil without you, let alone save it from its ignominious fate. I'll inform my order, and through our efforts, perhaps they'll be able to restore this abbey to glory. Regardless, Zenithar leaves no debts, and you more than earned your due. Take this blessed coin with all my thanks. Even now, Zenithar is teaching me. I came seeking his blessings of wealth, and instead I find a life he spared from the sickness of greed. The true divine wealth we discovered here is that old man, I'm certain. I didn't seek out the Golden Anvil for its material worth. I was in search of something touched by the divine. To have endured so long in that tiny prison, he must truly have communed with Zenithar during his captivity. What else would you call it? He stayed true to the teachings and carried the resolve of Zenithar in his heart to endure, even as everything around him crumbled to dust. Faith like that is worth far more than gold. We can learn much from Gavos. If the Primate agrees, he might very well become one. Miracles aside, Arbitrator Gavos is a wealth of knowledge long thought lost, and he has witnessed firsthand how even a holy temple of Zenithar can become corrupted by avarice. Lessons to remember. Without you, the Abbey's downfall would remain a cautionary tale with all the wrong lessons, and poor Gavos its villain. Zenithar shone a light on the truth through you, laborer. Your works honor us both. I'd like you to accompany me to the resolutions of Zenithar, Gavos. Your story is one we should all hear.
If this old man still has use left in him, it's Zenithar's to command.
Sweet. We got that done. Alright, well, I guess that's it. I'll see you guys later. We got all of these. We just have 6 more side stories to do. And I'll see you guys later.